Assalamualaikum and very good evening to my lecturer, Puan Wan Nurul Hikmah binti Wan Mokhtar. My name is Muhammad Shazani bin Muhammad Riza. My metric number is 01DSB18F2027. Today I would like to present about environmental science case study. Its specific building. My building is Swiss Re Tower, London in United Kingdom. Page 1. 30 St. Mary Ace, better known as the Gherkin because the floor plan resembles a sliced pickle. Flexible and environmentally sound office space in London. London first ecological green tall building. It is the second highest building in the city of London. The site of the 30 St. Mary Ace building lies at the heart of the city insurance district. Each floor is circular and comprises outer ring with equally spaced radial beams. The building provides approximately 500,000 square feet of office space. And building type is a commercial high-rise. Floor is 40 floors. Height is 179.8 meters. Estimated actual area is 500,000 square feet. Project value is 200 million euro. Page 2. Why this building was chosen? Because this building was a sustainable building. The tower is aerodynamically designed to reduce wind load on the structure, while the lower part tapers so that wind wraps around the tower. Next one, the 6 finger of communication of each floor configured which leads light wells between maximize daylight penetration. The facade design with advanced glazing technology, ventilate, cavities and blinds, provide up to 85% solar protection. Next, the gas is maintained fuel use, hence it will generate half the carbon emission. Last, overall energy saving is up to 50%. Page 3. This section provides a detailed study of the service in St. Mary Ace, providing an example of service could be integrated into high-rise building. Service detail: St. Mary Ace building utilities are located around a circular central CPRE, London architecture. This allows for uninterrupted floor space for tenants and the ability to maximize daylight from every side of the building. As you can see, there has a fire lift, passenger lift, toilet, fire lift, service riser, stair, good lift, space for higher level lift, electrical data cable duct, stair, service duct, water, server water. And there, as you can see, floor plan at the 40th floor has a cafeteria of the building at the top of the building. Page 4 is external view. The number 1 is you can see the white glass panel at the building. Second is the roof of top of the building. And 3 is the dark blue for the window at the building. Page 5, let's start at the environment. The shape of the tower influenced by the physical environment of the city. The bullet-shaped building responds to specific demands of small site area. And wind, as you can see the picture, more air flows around the cylindrical structure than a traditional rectangular building. So as you can see, the cylindrical building has very good wind direction for the building. It's better than rectangular building. Second, the smooth flow of wind around the building was one of the main consideration. Next, we go into the sun. Sun seat spiraling light will allow daylight to float down into the floor. As you can see, the sun from the up to the down building go through to the down building. And then the shaft are essentially light well in that light travel toward this well and naturally light the 6 radial fingers of the building. Page 6, air lateral loading. These loads are all observed through the glass facade and eventually transferred to the degrade. The pressurized air from the wind passes into the building through a natural ventilation system, which is incorporated through a double skin. As you can see, the blue arrow can through the facade glass into the through the building and then give a natural ventilation for the human body. Page 7. The human body can be viewed as a heat engine where food is the input energy. The human body will release excess heat into the environment, so the body can continue to operate. The heat transfer is proportional to temperature difference. In cold environment, the body loses more heat to the environment, and in hot environment, the body does not release enough heat. Both the hot and cold scenarios lead to discomfort. Maintaining this standard of thermal comfort for occupants of the building or other enclosed is one of the important goals of HVAC, is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning design engineers. Page 8. Each floor is rotated 5 degrees from the floor above or below it, allowing up to 6 floors to be attached by vertical light wells. The double wall contains venting flaps built into the triangular facade to allow hot air to travel up and out the building. There is a built-in heat exchange system built into the ceiling of each floor unit, which exchange for cooling of space running of cold water well for summer months. Page 9. Ventilation. 30 ST Medi-S is designed to maximize daylight and natural ventilation so that it uses half the energy typically required by an office block. Glasswork. Gaps in each floor of concrete shaft that serve as a natural ventilation system for the entire building. A double glazing effect which insulates the office space inside is caused by air being sandwiched between 2 layers of glazing, differing as pressure, a double skin. Page 10. This shaft pull warm air out of the building during the summer and warm the building in the winter using passive solar gain. Blinds located within the cavity of the ventilated double skin facade intercept solar gain before it enters the office environment. Windows in the facade of the wedges, which open automatically, allow for fresh air to be drawn into the building. As a result, building use 50% less energy than typically prestige air conditioned office building. Swiss Re. Windows open when external temperature is between 20 Celsius and 26 Celsius and wind speed is less than 10 mph. Page 11. As you can see the image showing a trim which allow ventilation throughout the levels perfect building. The glass panel in the atrium are also tinted to reduce glare and solar gain. Page 12. Lighting. Additionally, lights are on level and motion sensor, reducing unnecessary lighting. All of these help to reduce the building heating and cooling loads and its total energy needs. Within the double skin facade are blinds that can intercept solar radiation at a 50% solar transmission rate, and the building can be reclaim heat from the solar radiation or reject it depending on the cooling or heating needs the building. The light will allow daylight to penetrate the building to a further distance inside the building. Then they would have a floor gone all the way to perimeter, helping to improve the internal environment. Although this light will reduce the need for artificial lighting, some is still required. The building has also been equipped with motion and light level sensor to prevent unnecessary lighting glasswork. Because you can see the big image is sun is going to throw down the building by using the shape of the building, and like the spiraling building going to throw the down building. And the small image is image showing light penetration into the building, perfect building. Page 13, lighting. The egg shape of the building not only reduces the amount of volatile winds at pedestrian level, but with smoother airflow through the area, there is a less heat loss over the surface of the building. The low pressure system also allows the designer to have large light wells at height that would be otherwise unfeasible. 6 spiraling light wells allow daylight to flood down onto the floor. The primary method for controlling wind-excited sways are to increase the stiffness or increase damping with tunnel active mud dampers to design by Arab. Its fully triangular perimeter structure makes the building sufficiently stiff without reinforcement. Despite its overall curved glass shape, there is only one piece of curved glass of the building, the lens shape kept at the very top. On the building top level, the 40th floor, there is a bar for tenants and their guests featuring a 360-degree view of London. A restaurant operates on the 39th floor and private dining room on the 38th, whereas the most buildings have extensive lift equipment on the roof building. This was not possible for the Gherkin, since a bar been planned for the 40th floor. The architect dealt which by having the main lift only reach the 34th floor, then having a push from below lift to the 39th floor. There is a marble stairwell disabled person lift which leads the visitor up to the bar, the dome. Page 14. Acoustic. The building is composed of a double wall system. The outer wall is a double glazed wall composed of mullions and triangular shaped window pieces. The inner wall is made of sliding glass door, accessible only by maintenance. In between the two walls is a space and a row of horizontal shading devices. Modeling, when it comes to stimulate the performance of product or construction system. Material for acoustic insulation: walls, silencer of the performance of sets such enclosure, acoustic hoods. Premise on the building in terms of sound insulation or in terms of reverberation or the impact of noise source for a given environment. Page 15. Acoustic. Wind load. The overall cylindrical shape allows for the wind to move around the building. How does this shape affect the horizontal windows? Decrease buffeting, reduce vibration, diminish fluttering. Page 16. Acoustic. Environmentally, its profile reduces wind deflection compared with a rectilinear tower of similar size, helping to maintain a comfortable environment at ground level and create external pressure differentials that are exploited to drive a unique system of natural ventilation. Page 17. Building sustainability. First, the tower is aerodynamically designed to reduce wind load on the structure, whilst the lower part tapers so that wind wraps around the tower. Second, the 6 fingers of accommodation on each floor configured with light well in between maximum daylight penetration. Third, the facade design with advanced glazing technologies, ventilates cavities and blinds, provide up to 85% solar protection. Fourth, the gas is the main fuel used, hence it will only generate half the carbon emission. Fifth, overall energy saving is up to 50%. Sixth, the facade consists two layers of glass, the outer one double glaze, enclosing a ventilated cavity with computer controlled blinds, a system of weather sensor on the outside of the building monitor the temperature, wind speed, and level sunlight, closing blind, opening window panels and necessary. 7. On each floor, a series of interstices with 6 pipes made of natural ventilation function a double glazing. 8. Pipes used for cooling in the summer, drawing warm air from the building and heating in winter. They also allow for easier entry light with consequent reduction in the cost of lighting. 9. The systematic internal microclimate and solution for energy saving led to 50% reduction in energy consumption in any case necessary for a building of this size. Page 18. Award received. Sterling Prize, Rebar in 2004. Special Steel Award in 2004. Best Central London Office Development in 2004. The London Region Award, Rebar in 2004. Honourable Mention, the International High Rise Award in 2004. Future Project Award 2003. Skyscraper Award, Emporis in 2003. Best British Innovation, Walpole Award for British Excellence in 2003. European Steel Structure Award in 2003. Outstanding Development of the Year in 2003. Page 19. Suggestion. My suggestion is maximizing natural daylight and ventilation, and minimizing heating and cooling through a ventilated double skin facade, and maximize daylight penetration, reduce artificial lighting. And my opinion is 30 St. Mary's allowed to investigate how a city develop and change over time. Then it is a great example of contemporary architecture surrounded by listed building on a medieval city plan. The context of the site allows for lively discussion and investigation of the life cycle of cities and how and why place change. And advantages, the building is panoramic view of London, good thermal sensation and feeling. Light and movement sensor reduce power consumption. And disadvantages for the building is weather condition can alter performance, expensive initial investment, limited power capabilities. Page 20. Conclusion. The Jagrid provide a unique structural solution to an innovative form, an aerodynamic form reducing effect of wind, a response to external and internal loading. As we move toward design buildings which are more environmentally friendly, we are able to take the example of 30 St. Mary's and design a building which can meet the requirement of clients without compromising the environment. The design of the Gherkin enabled it to maximize the use of natural lighting and clean gas energy. Despite the shortcomings associated with the building, the Gherkin still stands out as one of the significant pieces of architecture of the 21st century. Therefore, cities around the world should shift their attention towards construction of skyscrapers that promote environmental conservation. Architects of modern skyscrapers should utilize modern technologies in order to promote green building trends. That's all from me. Thank you very much for listening my presentation. Assalamualaikum.